How do I find my user ID and group in macOS X? Trying to run this command in terminal. However, I have no idea what my ID and my group are, or where to find them. Any ideas?
On OS X, your primary group is always staff unless you or your user directory manager changed it. What's a primary group? The primary group of a user is by default the owner of all files created by that user. For the purposes of chmod on your computer, you can use either your numeric user ID, for example 501, or your account name, for example Danielle Beck. The latter is different from the username you usually see in the UI, for example Daniel Beck. You can determine your account name using any of the following. It's the name of your home directory, unless you customized it, in Finder's title or sidebar. Run who am I in terminal, so a $$ who am I, column staff, should suffice. You can also get your primary group with groups $who am I, cut df1. Open System Preferences Users and AMP Groups, unlock the pane if necessary, right-click your username, the single list entry in the current user section, and select Advanced Options. It's the field account name in the newly opened dialog window. This dialog also shows you your primary group. Run it in terminal for more verbose output. This will include your numeric user ID. It'll also list all groups you're a member of, not just your primary group. The first group is the primary one.
Use the ID command from the terminal. It will display your UID and the groups you belong to. For example, here is my output showing my user ID, 534, group ID, 20, and the groups I belong to, also 20.
This will show your user ID. This will show your group names. The group names are inside parentheses.
Would only comment if I could. I don't have enough karma on this site. I have no idea why someone downvoted at Callahan, as he brings up a valid point. The following methods are valid, and probably the best options for shell scripting. See man ID for more options. To answer this specific question, if I was writing a script that would work in any environment, I wouldn't assume that the default group staff is in use, and instead I would do the following if I was writing a script that could be run for any user, whether or not they modified their system. It's always better to be platform agnostic whenever possible, if it's not too much of a time trade-off, as you will incur less technical debt later. Please note that chowns or flags should be used with the utmost confidence. You could really mess up your system, although it is worth noting that Apple made it hard to do since they implemented system integrity protection. Consider, for instance, if you were to chowna 755/var instead of chowna 755/var/www as root with system integrity protection disabled. I believe that you would be in for it. I can't tell you what would break first, but it would break first on a Darwin system, but please take my word that it wouldn't be pretty. Hopefully someone finds this helpful.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.